Welcome back to South Newton for our boys' second home game of the year. It'll be the North Newton Spartans against the South Newton Rebels. For the Spartans, Austin Goddard playing short, batting first. Bryce Rainford at second. Patrick Berry at third. Cade Ellinger at first base. Bryce Haberlin in left. Connor Scatella catching. Evan Gagnon pitching. Bryce Shedrow playing center field, batting eighth. And Declan Ward playing left field, batting ninth. For South Newton, Evan Krug, the freshman, playing shortstop. Caden Cruz catching. Kellen Krug on the mound today. Corbin Cruz at third. Ian Werner in center field. Justin Wood at first. Batting seventh, Beto Castilla in left. Connor Lotta will bat eighth and play second. Hayden Ramon will be in right field, batting ninth. First batter of the day, Austin Goddard, shortstop, facing off against Kellen Krug for the 2-3 Rebels. First pitch, ball low. Second pitch, swing and strike, evens the count 1-1. Nice line drive up the middle. Gets through. We've got a runner at first base on the leadoff single by Austin Goddard. That'll bring up Bryce Rainford, the second baseman. Goddard getting a pretty good lead over at first base. Krug will check over. Easy get back. Got a deep hit to left field. Cut off before it hits the fence by Beto Castilla. Ball in, gets away a bit. Got runners loose. And we'll get the RBI double. For Rainford. Advances to third on the E7. That'll bring up Patrick Berry. No one away. Runner on third now for the Spartans. Ball low. One run in here for the Spartans. Nobody out. Second pitch, a little high. 2-0 count for Patrick Berry, the third baseman for the Spartans. Kellen Krug working here out of the stretch. Come on, Pat. This one's popped up. It's going to get out back. For the first strike in the count, makes it 2-1. Nice sunny day here at South Newton. A little bit of wind, per the usual. Got a 2-1 count here. Runner at third for the Spartans. Nobody away. 1 run already in. Fourth pitch here in the count. It's a ball high. So Kellen Krug finds himself in a 3-1 hole. It's another high fastball, fouled away, back. Brings that count to full. Kellen's going to try to make sure we don't get the first and third situation here. So ground out to the third baseman, Corbin Cruz, by Patrick Berry, scores a run. Makes it 2-0 for the Spartans. 1 away now. First pitch strike to the first baseman, Cade Ellinger. Line drive there by Ellinger, right past the outstretched glove of Corbin Cruz. Puts a runner on first for the Spartans. 1 away here in the top of the first. Kellen Krug comes to stretch, throws over to first, trying to keep the base runner honest. New hitter is Bryce Haberlin, left fielder for the Spartans. Ball high to Haberlin. Throw down to first by Cruz, way late. Pickoff squirts loose there, but not enough for Ellinger to get going. Two-0 lead here for the Spartans in the top of the first. Runner on first, 1 away. Kellen Krug working on the mound. A little high fastball for Kellen. Gets past Haberlin. 1-1 count now. Ball too high. 2-1 count for Krug against Bryce Haberlin for North Newton. Ellinger at first with the lead. Another one gets by just a touch. Kellen's worked almost the whole game out of the stretch here. Ball 3 to Ellinger, or to Haberlin. 3-1 count. Fastball at the upper end of the zone, swung through. So now we're 3-2 count. Payoff pitch here coming. Runner at first, one away. 2 runs already in. Ball 4 high. Bit more of a jam here. Second time we get runners to second base. Runners first and second now. Next batter is Connor Scatella. He's the catcher for the Spartans. 1 away. Good pick by Caden Cruz. Throw down to second. Not in time. Forces the runner to get to moving to third. Now we've got first and third for the Spartans. On the stolen base by Ellinger. Runner on first is taken off with stolen base.
Let's go, Connor. Come on, kid.
Second and third now with 1 away for Connor Scatella. Fastball evens up the count on a swing through.
Hey, come on, kid. Ooh, Evan. Come on, 35.
1 away.
Bye-bye.
Curveball high.
Come on, kid.
Counting Cruz down in this count 2-1. 1 away. Ball fouled off. Right back at the first base line. 2-2 count here to Scatella.
Huh? Take kid. Go, Connor.
Curveball outside in the dirt. Brings the count full.
Base hit, ball 4, kid.
Ball forward just outside. Bases loaded here for the Spartans. 1 away. A lot of deep counts here for Kellen. Throwing quite a few pitches in the first here. Big batter here, Evan Gagnon. Ball gets past Caden Cruz. Wild pitch. Runner's going to score for the third run. That's Ellinger scoring. The other 2 runners advance a base. It's going to make it 3-0 for the Spartans. With runners at second and third and 1 away here. Evan Gagnon with the ground out to first base. He's going to get an RBI on that ground out. Brings in the 4th run for the Spartans. It's 3 unassisted with the RBI for Gagnon. Eighth batter of the inning is Bryce Shedrow. First pitch outside. Scatella still at third base. Fastball up in the zone, swung at through by Shedrow. 1-1 count here. Another high fastball. 1-2 count on Shedrow. Shedrow's a center fielder for the Spartans. Kellen Krug trying to get out of this inning without any further damage.
Watch that, Bryce. Watch
2 away.
high.
Runner on third for the Spartans. High fastball fouled back.
Declan, you gotta beat him to that. Come on now. Yo, Big Mike.
Still 1-2 count. Krug from the stretch. Fastball grounded to third base. Nice play there by Corbin Cruz for the third out. That's 4 runs for the Spartans. 3 hits. Couple of walks in there. Couple wild pitches, or a wild pitch and a couple stolen bases, advance some runners. 1 left on base. Going into the bottom of the first, 4-0 Spartans. For South Newton, first at bat here in the bottom of the first. Evan Krug will be leading off. He's the shortstop. Caden Cruz, catcher. Kellen Krug, pitching. Batting fourth is Corbin Cruz. Just made nice play to end the inning at third base. Fifth batter is Ian Werner in center. Justin Wood, the first baseman. Beto Castilla, left fielder. Connor Latta, second baseman. And the ninth hitter is Hayden Ramon, playing right field. Pitcher for the Spartans, Evan Gagnon. First batter here for the Rebels, Evan Krug, freshman shortstop, going against Evan Gagnon for the Spartans.
Hey, if you want, come in here and I'll do this inning with you.
First pitch,
Hey,
inside.
Get on top.
Spartans have played 3 games against bigger schools. Ball 2 outside. Struggling doubleheader against Harrison on Saturday. Rebels come in off 2 consecutive wins, beating Attica on Saturday and Covenant Christian before. Third pitch, a little low outside, swung through by Evan Krug. Brings that to a 2-1 count. Gagnon from the wine. And Krug dumps it into center field for a single. And the Rebels have their leadoff man aboard here in the first. Second hitter for the Rebels is Caden Cruz, catcher. Evan Krug getting the lead over at first base. Gagnon's thrown over. Pretty safe lead there for Krug. Gagnon's now from the stretch. Krug's still second on the high throw. Rebels now with the runner on second. 1-0 count for Cruz, facing off against Evan Gagnon. Ball low. 2-0 count. Krug getting off second base. Ball in the dirt. Krug's going to take off for third and make it standing on the wild pitch. 3-0 count here for Caden Cruz against Evan Gagnon. Ball 4 outside. Caden Cruz draws the walk, puts him at first. Evan Krug at third. Our new batter, Kellen Krug, the pitcher, junior for the Rebels. Gagnon throws over to first. Gagnon working from the stretch. Easy back for Caden Cruz. Kellen Krug up. Nobody out for the Rebels. Runners at first and third. Gagnon with the, must have been inside. Gagnon comes set. He's going to throw over to third. Not close at third. Tough throw to make without moving your lower body. Kellen Krug with the foul ball. Brings us to a 1-1 count. Gagnon from the stretch, checking on the runner at first again. Plenty of time over at first there for Caden Cruz. Got a runner and move. He's going to beat the throw. Sorry, he's going to bobble the ground ball, but still gets the out at first. Rebels are going to score a run on the ground out by Kellen Krug. (6-3) on the ground out. Caden Cruz was in motion on the pitch, so he scored, or he got to third. Evan Krug scored the first run for the Rebels. First pitch to Corbin Cruz, the third baseman, a bit high. Next pitch is outside and wild, so that'll score the second run for the Rebels. Caden Cruz advancing on the wild pitch. Third pitch outside as well. So 3-0, bases empty. Rebels have scored 2.
Hey, all day, 1-1.
After the Spartans put up a 4 spot. Three-one count here to Corbin Cruz. Right there at the belt. 3-2 count. Gagnon's worked his way back in this. Ball 4 outside to Corbin. So 1 away here for the Rebels.
Hey, roll it.
Rebels have a runner at first base now. Spartans take their first timeout, mound visit. Fifth batter for the Rebels this inning, Ian Werner, senior center fielder. Ian spent this weekend in the school play. He and the rest of the kids did a heck of a job. We do have a runner at first, Corbin Cruz. Gagnon from the stretch. Going to have a offer on the bunt by Ian Werner. We'll get to strike 1. Once again, runner on first base and 1 away here. And we've got little nubber for Ian Werner. It's going to send Corbin Cruz all the way to third base on what's going to be a single for Ian Werner. Little cue shot there. A little weird spin off the end of the bat there. So now we have runners at first and third for the Rebels. 1 away. 2 runs already in. 4-2 score here. Gagnon working ahead now. Werner goes to second. Gets the stolen base. Ball gets away. That's going to score Corbin Cruz from third on what's going to be an E2. So now we have Werner at second. Next pitch to Wood in the dirt. Justin Wood, the first baseman for the Rebels, facing off against Evan Gagnon. Third pitch there on the inside corner. Nice pitch by Evan Gagnon to get himself up in the count. Next pitch is a strike 3 on a curveball. Good curveball to get Justin Wood looking for the second out of the day. So now we got 2 outs for the Rebels. Bottom of the first. Beto Castilla, senior left fielder for the Rebels. Swing in on a first pitch fastball from Gagnon. Ian Werner at second for the Rebels. Second pitch is a little low. Evens up the count at 1-1. Ian Werner a short lead there at second. Curveball in the dirt from Gagnon. Castilla up 2-1 in the count now. Ball just a touch outside. Beto Castilla wanted that one, it sounded like. But it makes it count 3-1. 2 away here in the bottom of the first. 4-3 game. That one more over the heart of the plate. Brings the count full. 3-2 count here. 2 away. Bottom of the first. And Beto Castillo fouls off that payoff pitch down the first base line. Touch late on the fastball. Werner will go back to second. Gagnon working from the stretch. And that's going to be ball 4 on the high fastball. That'll bring up the number 8 hitter for the Rebels, Connor Latta, sophomore second baseman. First pitch outside to Connor. Gagnon's pretty consistently been on that outside corner, just out. Comes back with the inside pitch. 2-0 to Latta. Ball 3 on the high inside fastball. Runners at first and second, 2 away here for the Rebels. 3-0 count for Latta. Nice pitch on the outside corner to get back to 3-1. Next pitch is also a strike. This one hits the inside corner. Brings that to a full count. Runner should be going. First and second, 2 away. But the ball's outside. Won't matter. So the bases are loaded for the Rebels here. Ian Werner's at third. Beto Castilla's at second. Connor Latta now at first with Hayden Ramon, the Rebels right fielder, up to bat. First pitch there, Gagnon on the outside corner, right at the knees. Strike 1 to Ramon. Second pitch, a little bit of movement on it. But now Ramon's in an 0-2 count. Bases loaded, 2 away here. Touch inside. Catcher's got to do a good job here with 2 outs, bases loaded. Big backstop here, South Newton. Ball gets past, it's probably going to score a run and move all the runners up. So bases loaded, 4-3. Spartans lead here in the bottom of the first. Strike three on the swing and miss. Gagnon works out, faced all 9 batters, but worked out. Still maintains that the lead at 4-3. Rebels had a single from Evan Krug and a single from Ian Wernert, along with 3 walks. They leave 3 on base, 2 hits in the inning. Go to the bottom of the second. Spartans 4, Rebels 3. Kellen Krug back on the hill for the Rebels. Threw 31 pitches in that first inning. He's going to face the number 9 hitter, Declan Ward, to lead off. And then we're back to the top of the order. Austin Goddard, Bryce Rainford. Goddard had a single and Rainford doubled him in with the help of an E7 on the throw into the infield. Both pitchers had a tough first inning in terms of pitches thrown. Kellen Krug threw 31. Evan Gagnon threw 40. Lots of deep counts for both teams. Declan Ward leading off here for the Spartans. First pitch swinging. Fastball.
Go, Deck.
Kellen got all 3 outs on the ground in the first. 2 to the third baseman and 1 unassisted by the first baseman. Strike 2 at the knees on the outside corner to Declan Ward. Finds himself down 0-2 here against junior Kellen Krug for the Rebels. Low off-speed pitch, and Declan Ward drops that into center field for a single. Nice job of 0-2 hitting for Declan Ward and the Spartans. Brings it back to the top of the order for the Spartans. Austin Goddard, the shortstop, singled his first at bat, scored a run, came in on a double by Bryce Rainford. Krug's going to check on the runner Ward over at first. Not really close over there. Step off by Krug. A little mix up on the signals, it looks like. Krug from the stretch. We got a high fastball. Goddard gets the ground ball up the middle. We get a nice double play turned. That's going to be a 5-4 or 6-4-3. Or sorry, 6-3 on the double play. So the put out shortstop. That'll be 2 outs now. Bryce Rainford, the batter. First pitch. Strike there. So 2 away now. Second pitch from Krug to Bryce Rainford is also a strike. Rainford's down 0-2 now. Third pitch, and the dirt here bounces away. 1-2 count here. Next pitch outside. Gets it 2-2. Third pitch. Strikeout looking for Kellen Krug. One hit, no one left. Rebels had the quick top of the second coming in to bat here in the bottom. Back to the top of the order for the Rebels. Evan Krug, the batter. First pitch is a strike. Evan singled to center field last at bat, scored a run, stolen base and wild pitch. Strike 2 on the foul ball. Evan made a nice play in the last inning at short. Another pitch driven out to center fieldish. Center fielder makes a catch on the fly out. Next batter, first pitch, Caden Cruz is outside. Evan Gagnon in the second inning of work. It's a little more comfortable in this inning already. Third pitch here is a little high, looked pretty decent. Caden Cruz pumped the hands a little bit, but held off. Good eye for him. Comes back with the curveball. Gagnon's thrown a couple of those now for strikes. Gets the count to 2-2. Gagnon working from the windup instead of the stretch. Didn't do that much in the first inning with runners on base. Foul ball on a pitch down there. Caden staying alive a bit. Gagnon probably wanted to bury that a little bit more in the dirt. Gets a fastball driven to the outfield. For a single by Cruz. That's his second time on base. He got on by walk the last time. So now we got Cruz at first. One away here in the bottom of the second. Gagnon working from the stretch. Gonna check on Cruz over. Easy move. Gagnon with the inside pitch to the hitter, Kellen Krug, pitcher. Had a long first inning on the mound, but came back in the second with a short second inning, facing only the minimum. Oh, a little fooled there on the curveball, looked like. So Kellen's got a 1-1 count against Gagnon. That one gets by the catcher. Inside curveball. A little tough to handle. So that'd be a wild pitch.
You buy a ticket? Where should you be?
With Caden Cruz advancing to second. 2-1 count for Krug.
Knock it down, get it to a base.
Kellen drives it into right field.
Never got him in there.
And a little bobble on the pickup by the right fielder means there won't be a throw home. Cruz will score. RBI single for Kellen Krug.
Absolutely nothing hurt. Here we go.
That single will even up the score at 4-4. New batter, Corbin Cruz, had a walk in his last at bat. Ended up scoring a run on a throwing error by the catcher. Plenty of time there at first for Kellen Krug. Gagnon with the inside pitch. Throw down afterwards. Pretty close if it was caught. Good job keeping it in front by first baseman there. Gagnon from the stretch gets the strike. Throw down to first after. Nothing working there. Another throw over by Gagnon.
Going. Nothing.
Ball in the dirt.
Hey, that's where we need to be drafting.
Looks to be a courtesy runner for Kellen Krug over at first. Seth Durlocker. Little ground ball. It's booted by the third baseman. Going to be an E5 for Corbin Cruz. Advance the runner, Seth Durlocker, to second base.
No problem. Roll it.
Still only one away. Next batter is Ian Werner. Ian had a single just to the right of second base. That was kind of a nubbed off the end of the bat. and a little spinner. Showing bunt, he offers.
Oh, eat it.
Seth Durlocker's going to advance on the
That's a good block.
wild pitch.
That's all you can do with that. Hey, be ready on a squeeze.
So we got strike one on Werner. Runners advance on the wild pitch. So we have runners at second and third now, one away.
Where you at?
Drive to
Get
center
back,
field
go!
by Werner. It's going to be caught by the center fielder. And that'll be a sacrifice fly.
Connor, I need to hear you that whole play. Directing traffic.
Ian Werner picks up the RBI. On the sac fly. Corbin Cruz at second. New batter is Justin Wood.
Out.
Justin had a strikeout looking in his last at bat. One count here on Justin. 2 away. Ball in the dirt.
Hey. He had to on that one. Good thing he did.
Now 2 strikes on Justin. 1-2 count. Runner still at second. 2 away for the Rebels, taking the lead in this game with 2 runs here in the second. Ball 2 outside, touchdown. A ground ball by Justin to the first baseman. Will be a ground out for the 3rd out of the inning.
Hey, let's get six going right here.
Rebels pick up 2 though. Take the lead 5-4. 2 hits, an error by the 3rd baseman, sacrifice fly. Makes the score 5-4 after 2. Colin Krug's back on the mound for the Rebels after a 9-pitch second inning. Worked through only 3 batters after the leadoff single, got the double play and a strikeout. Here in the top of the 3rd, he'll face Patrick Berry, 3rd baseman, Cade Ellinger, and Bryce Haberlin. Berry grounded out to the 3rd baseman last at bat. Worked a deep count. Worked it full before the ground out. Krug working from the wind. First pitch curveball. Right at the bottom of the zone. Double up on the curveball there. This one was a little bit further down in the dirt outside. Evens count 1-1. Patrick Berry, the Spartan 3rd baseman, with his second at bat.
Where
Takes the inside pitch. Goes ahead in the count 2-1. Next pitch is outside, touch. Barry with the 3-1 advantage here in the count.
Come on, Pat.
Little excuse me swing on there. Krug's going to field it himself and make the throw to first for the ground out and the first out of the inning. I'm sure he'd like that back. Next batter, Cade Ellinger, the cleanup hitter for the Spartans. Hit a nice single in his last at bat. Stolen base and scored on a wild pitch. First pitch curveball in the dirt. Started both batters off with off speed this inning. It's a second one. Curveball as well. It's going to be a single for Ellinger. He's going to advance to second on an error as the ball gets past the left fielder for a touch. So now the Spartans are threatening with a runner at second, only one away. The batter, Bryce Haberlin, walked last at bat, stolen base, wild pitch, scored a run on a ground out. Another curveball to start the at bat to Haberlin, the fifth batter for the Spartans. Another curveball grounded to the shortstop. Evan Krug will make that throw across the diamond. Runner's going to advance to third. But now there's two away on the ground out by Bryce Haberlin. Connor Scatella's the batter, the catcher for the Spartans. Walked in his last at bat, was stranded at third base. High fastball lead off this at bat. Kellen comes back with the curveball. Might not be the tightest curve, but the change in speed is probably going to throw him off a little bit, especially a fastball, followed by the curveball there.
Way ahead of the kid.
Second strike swinging for Connor Scatella. A lot of options here for Kellen. 1-2 count with two away here.
Go on, 3-5.
Nice fastball at the top of the zone, just above the zone. Scatella is now even, 2-2 in the count. Little ground ball number. It's going to score a run. On the error, 6-3. Should have been the put out, but instead we get the E6. No RBI on that, but ties the game up for the Spartans. Kellen Krug throws over to first, trying to keep track of the runner. New batter is the pitcher, Evan Gagnon. Hit a ground out to the first baseman in his last at bat. That'll be a fly ball to the center fielder, just over the second baseman's head. They're going to take third on the play. So get a single for Gagnon, helping himself out. He'll advance to second on the throw. So now we got runners at second and third. 2 away for the Spartans, trying to get a little 2-out rally here. Shedrow, the center fielder, had a ground out to third base last at bat. Curveball. Called strike to Shedrow. Spartans trying to cash in these unearned runs. Fastball at the top of the zone. Swung through by Shedrow.
He's coming with it. Get ready. Step on the box and smoke it.
Fouled back on the third pitch here by Shedrow. Still down 0-2 in the count. 2 away. Another foul ball by Shedrow. Seeing 4 pitches all in the zone this at bat. 0-2 count. Little curveball high. Ball picked up by Corbin Cruz, made throw across the diamond and gets him by a step. That'll end the inning on the second consecutive ground out by to third baseman by Bryce Shedrow. Spartans get one back, tie this up. They had 2 hits. There's an E6 in there. 2 runners left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Tie game. Spartans 5, Rebels 5. Bottom of the third. Evan Gagnon still on the hill. For the Spartans. For the Rebels, we've got Beto Castilla leading off, left fielder for the Rebels. Beto walked in his last at bat. Worked the count full. Gagnon's pumped 2 strikes in a row. Touch inside. Brings that count to 1-2. Castilla's the senior left fielder for the Rebels. Next pitch is high.
Hey, here we go.
High fastball brings the count to 2-2.
Come on, Lon. Where you at?
Ground ball by Castilla goes to first base. First baseman's going to win that race. Good job protecting the plate there with 2 strikes by Castilla. 1 away for the Rebels. Brings up second baseman, sophomore Connor Lotta. First pitch swinging. Gagnon working ahead this inning. Pumps second strike. Fastball in the outside corner at the knees. Lotta's in an 0-2 hole here. 1 away. Popped up. Out of play.
Hey, he's a pretty good hitter. Or did once. Batting 1,000, we can't screw him up.
Another ball fouled away out of play. Lotta staying alive here.
Doing better than me.
Strike 3 looking on the curveball. Nice curveball by Gagnon. Two away now for the Rebels in the bottom of the third. Rebels hitters, sophomore Hayden Ramon. He's the right fielder. Couple balls out of play need to be returned there. Gagnon starts Ramon with the strike at the knees.
How many pitches has he thrown?
Second pitch is just a touch off the plate. Ball too high. Ramon's worked ahead 2-1.
Let's go. Hey, let him help you out now, big boy.
Ball 3 low. Gagnon worked ahead first 2 batters this inning. He's falling behind this one. He's got 2 outs working from the wind. That ball at the knees on the outside corner. Full count now. Payoff pitch here for Gagnon. And that one's ball 4 low in the dirt. So we'll get Ramon at first base. That brings it back to the top of the order for the Rebels. Evan Krug, he singled. He also flew out to center field. Ramon, one of the quicker runners for the Rebels at first base. Krug offers. Ball in the dirt. Ramon advances to second. On what'll be a wild pitch. Krug fouls off the second pitch, finds himself in an 0-2 hole. He's got a runner at second.
Knock it down. What is it? 0-2 or 2-2? 2-2. That's what I thought.
Touch outside. Really close pitch there for Evan Krug to take. Grounder off the end of the bat to the third baseman. The ground out is the third out of the inning as Evan Krug goes down. Nice inning for the Spartans, bounce back. No runs allowed. No hits. One left on base. We go to the top of the fourth. 5-5 in this battle for Newton County. Spartans come to the plate here in the fourth with the number 9 hitter, Declan Ward, leading off. Declan had a single in his last at bat, ended up being erased on the double play. Kellen Krug pitching his fourth inning of work. He's thrown 61 pitches. Little pop up for Ward. Be strike one on the foul ball. 5-5 game here in the top of the fourth. Strike two swinging. Junior Kellen Krug's ahead in the count, 0-2. Same count last at bat. Declan Ward hit a single. There's a curveball that's going to be popped up and out of play. So, little foul ball. Ward's down 0-2 in the count still. There's a little foul ball with a nice play made by the on-deck hitter. Saving all that grass on the field. Krug coming to the plate against Ward. Little curveball. Hits off the end of his bat. Kellen stumbles a bit, but makes the play. That'll be the first out of the inning for the Spartans. Brings us to the top of the order, and Austin Goddard. Austin had a single his first at bat, grounded into a double play to the shortstop in his second. Another ground ball to the shortstop, and Goddard's going to beat that up on the bobble. So he'll reach on the air to the shortstop, puts a runner at first for the Spartans with only one away here in the top of the fourth. It's going to force Krug to the stretch again. Both teams have thrown over quite a bit today. Spartans are threatening here. 5-5 game here in the top of the fourth. One out for the Spartans. Runner stealing. He's going to be safe on the stolen base. Pitch was a strike. But now there's a runner at second with only one away.
Hey, watch the curve, Bryce. Watch the curve coming in.
Wild pitch
Up. Turn and look.
being delivered to the batter, Bryce Rainford. That'll push the runner to third base on the wild pitch. 1-1 count. Kellen Krug trying to work out of a bit of a jam here. Gets a curveball over, grounded out of play. 1-2 count now to Bryce Rainford. Bryce doubled in the first, runner ended up scoring on the throw back into the infield. Struck out looking in his last at bat. Another base hit for Bryce Rainford. That's going to be a little line drive single over the head of the third baseman. He's going to get an RBI on the single. And that'll score the sixth run of the game for the Spartans. Now they take a 6-5 lead here in the top of the fourth. Next hitter, Patrick Berry, grounded out to the third baseman, grounded out to the pitcher. Takes his first pitch high.
Come on, 1-6. Back.
He's close on the play over at first.
Never twice. Let's go 6. Never twice.
1-0 count for the batter, Patrick Berry. He's the third hitter for the Spartans. Second pitch here from Kellen Krug's a strike.
Come on, Pat. You got the skid.
Another curveball from Kellen, blocked by Caden Cruz. Keeps the runner at first base.
Good 1-6. Put the ball in play, kid. Come on, kid.
2-1 count. Another pitch in the dirt. 3-1 count to Patrick Berry. Started at third base for the Spartans today. Fastball foul back. Brings the count full. 3-2 count here. One away.
Base walk. Base hit, ball 4.
1 runs in. Austin Goddard reached on the air at
Base hit, ball 4, kid.
short. Driven in by Bryce Rainford. Single over the head of the third baseman. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Gets Patrick Berry looking for the second out. And that brings up the cleanup hitter, Cade Ellinger. Cade's had 2 singles on the day, scored 2 runs.
Go, kid. There you go. 1-3, go, kid. You got more, Bryce. Good night, kid.
Kellen Krug's first pitch to Cade Ellinger's outside. It's worked
He's never thrown it twice.
in a 1-0
Bryce.
count.
No twice. I go 3. Hey, good
Second
night,
pitch is
kid.
inside. 2-0 count to Cade Ellinger, the cleanup hitter, first baseman for the Spartans.
Here comes another one. I wouldn't doubt it. My boy got Tommy John.
Third pitch, a touch low.
Kid.
3-0 count for Ellinger. Last at bat, Ellinger singled to left field, advanced to second on the misplay. Next pitch is a strike. Kellen Krug found the outside edge of the zone there. Both pitchers have thrown strikes consistently out there. Got a ground ball hit to the third baseman. Bobbled. Gonna be an E5 as Ellinger gets to first base. Gonna put runners on first and second with 2 away here for the Spartans. And the batters, Bryce Haberlin. First pitch in the dirt, curveball. So 1-0 count here for the Spartans hitter, Bryce Haberlin, left fielder. Ball too high. Kellen Krug's throwing quite a few pitches. He's up in the 80s. Probably getting a little bit tired here. Nice strike. Swinging for Kellen, though, battling back. Haberlin's walked and grounded out to the shortstop. Scored a run in the first off that walk. Kellen didn't get on top of that curveball,
3-1, kid. 3-1.
so it stayed high, 3-1.
3-1, kid. 3-1. Hey, be smart. Let's go. Ball 4, base hit. No, right
3-1 count here. Nice pitch on the outside corner right at the knees. Brings the count full again.
Hey, be smart. Second. Go. Run it.
You got a foul ball out of play.
Hey, where the heck?
Fouled out to the right by Haberlin.
Hey, go ahead and say left, Bryce. Ball 4, base hit. Ball 4, base hit, kid. Let's go. Be smart.
2 away here. 1 run in.
Ball 4, base hit, kid.
Spartans threatening again, though, with runners on first and second.
Hey, Connor, here to get this. Come on, Connor. gets on base,
Let's go, Bryce.
I should be on base too. Yeah, so I can run. I can see him eat. Dude, I saw the ball drop and after I just took off for a second. I did the same, dude. I saw
Krug
the
comes
ball
set.
5 feet off the bag.
Boy, wait ahead.
Another foul ball.
That kid's a booking. Dude, he's a booking.
Be a big battle for Kellen Krug to win here to get out of this inning.
Let's go 6.
Probably his last inning of work as his pitch counts up in the 80s,
No one.
early 90s.
Going. Up. On. Run.
Another ground ball, foul.
Hey, do anything live, kid.
Hey, win the battle.
Haberlin's making him work.
Make him throw you a ball.
Hey, just gotta be smart. Be smart.
Getting ready to see his 9th pitch of the at-bat here. Full count, 2 away.
Attaboy.
Fouls another one off.
Hey, keep playing. Let's go.
Win the battle, kid. Win the battle. Dog dookie.
Yeah, about 17, and I got picked off the first time.
Go, kid. In the dirt.
Good eye.
Curveball from Krug. Touch high. That'll bring Connor Scatella to the plate with the bases loaded. Nice 10 pitch at bat there for Bryce Haberlin. Scatella's walked and he reached on an error by the shortstop last inning.
Got 3-5. We need it. We need it, kid.
Fastball from the wind for Krug starts off with a strike.
We need it, kid.
About 94 pitches in here for Krug. Probably his last batter.
They got 3-5. No, up.
Curveball up. Kellen's had a little trouble this inning staying on top of that curveball. Big at bat here for the game. Pitch outside, 2-1 count.
I think he's going to lose the 2-game win streak they got going. Come on, 3-5. Let's go, kid. Come on, kid. Hey,
Ground ball foul. Scatella,
wait a little bit.
2-2 count now.
Hey, come on, 3-5. We need it. We need it.
Hey, we got two big. Let's go.
2-1. Protect, kid. Oh, yeah. Bet the one catching that. Bet the one catching that.
Kellen Krug induces the fly out to left field by Connor Scatella for the 3rd out of the inning. Spartans get 1. Now lead 6-5 going into the bottom of the 4th. Evan Gagnon's back for his 4th inning of work. 84 pitches through 3. Kellen Krug finishes his pitching appearance with about 96 unofficially. Kellen had to battle quite a bit. Some defensive issues didn't help him out. A lot of deep counts, but really battled, keep it at 6-5 there on that big fly out to left field to end the last inning. For the Rebels this inning, Caden Cruz, leadoff hitter, singled his last at bat, also walked in the first, scored 2 runs today. First pitch swinging from Gagnon, fastball at the top of the zone, strike 1. Curveball at the bottom of the zone puts Caden in an 0-2 count here. Staying alive here for Cruz.
Hey, who wants this? Let's be ready. Barry, eat this up.
Gagnon standing tall on the hill, working from the wind. Found a high strike. That'll be a first out with the strikeout looking. Kellen Krug, pitcher of record in the game for the Rebels. Singled, last at bat, he had an RBI on that single. Came around to score on a sacrifice fly by Ian Warner. First pitch is low. Little ground ball foul for Evan. Or sorry, for Kellen. 1-1 count. Bottom of the 4th here. Spartans leading 6-5. Little pop up over the head of the first baseman is going to lead to a single there. So Kellen helps himself out, be replaced by the courtesy runner, Seth Durlocker. New batter for the Rebels, Corbin Cruz. Reached on an error last time at third base. Also has a walk in the game, scored a run.
Nothing.
Durlocker, aggressive lead at first. On the secondary. Catcher looking to make that throw. Gagnon with the look over. Comes to the plate. Seth Durlocker in just a touch ahead of the tag. Good throw by the catcher. 2-0 count here for the batter, Corbin Cruz. Corbin's made a couple of nice plays over at third. Little high strike there for Gagnon, gets him back to 2-1. Aggressive secondary by Seth Durlocker at first base. Ball low in the dirt. Durlocker's going to advance on the wild pitch. Now there's a runner at second. Looks like a 3-1 count. Ball inside to Corbin Cruz.
Hey, let's get this.
Ball 4.
Go talk to him.
Spartans will take their second timeout here. This one doesn't involve a coach. Connor Scatella talking with Evan Gagnon. Evan's up around 97, 98 pitches on the day. Just like Kellen Krug in the last inning. Probably reaching the limit on his fuel tank there. Now we'll get timeout here. Spartan coaching staff. Second charge visit. I'm going to make a pitching change. Gagnon. Pretty good effort on the day. 97 pitches. He's responsible for the runner on first and the runner on second. New pitcher for the Spartans. Patrick Berry's moving from third base over to pitch. Evan Gagnon will go over to third base. Evan's responsible for the 2 runners. Did get 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Single and a walk. Puts 2 runners on. Puts them right close to that 100 pitch mark. But a good effort. Once again, battled strike zone a little bit early. Couple errors. Didn't help him. But really worked hard. Just like Kellen did for the Rebels.
Hey, good job, Evan.
1 out here. Spartans' new pitcher, Patrick Berry. Looked like fastball curveball in the warm-ups.
Go 1-6, guys. Yeah.
Ian Werner's at the plate for the Rebels. Ian had a little single in the first inning, a little nubber, and a sac fly in his last at-bat. Ground ball to first baseman. Recovers, gets the out. So now there's 2 outs.
Patrick Berry, good job.
Good job, Pat.
Berry doing a good job covering at first base to get that out. Runners advance to second and third. Once again, big spot here for the Rebels. Justin Wood, the batter, first baseman, he struck out in his first at bat and then had a ground ball to the first baseman his last at bat. First pitch there, fastball, foul back. A lot of real estate there behind the catcher, so needs to block everything. Curveball in the dirt. Wood swings through.
Hey, this time if you block it and he swings, just step on the plate. You don't have to throw.
Justin finds himself down 0-2. Big spot here for the senior first baseman. Another curveball. Fouled out of play by Wood. Slow as that curveball is, though, it's going to make that fastball seem a whole heck of a lot harder. There's that fastball at the top of the zone. Justin Wood puts it in play, but it's going to be a ground out to the second baseman. 4-3 on the play to pick up the third out. A little bit of trouble there for Evan Gagnon at the start. Patrick Berry comes in and gets 2 outs for him to help salvage his day. Spartans lead 6-5 after 4. Colin Krug comes back out for the 5th inning. Evan Gagnon now at third base. With the leadoff single. Gagnon over at first. Krug from the stretch. Gonna throw over. That ball gets away a little bit, but he's not enough to advance. Gagnon had a pretty good outing. 3 1/3 innings officially for Gagnon. 5 runs, 4 earned. 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. Little bunt attempt here by Bryce Shedrow. That'll be the first strike as it goes foul. Gagnon also gave up 5 hits on the day. Threw about 97 pitches. Bunt attempt by Shedrow. Right back to the pitcher. We've got runner in a little bit of a aggressive rounding there at second. Get the 1 out on the sacrifice. Moves the runner over to second base with 1 away here. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Declan Ward, left fielder for the Spartans. Little pop-up on the curveball. Behind second base there, Connor Latta makes the play for the Rebels. That brings up leadoff hitter Austin Goddard. Ground ball up the middle. And we're going to be safe at first on the ground out, or on the ground ball. That's going to score a run. Evan Gagnon scoring from second on the ground ball. Goddard gets the RBI on the single. Infield single. Goddard now at first base. We'll get a throw over. That run's a 7th run for the Spartans. Pushes their lead to 7-5. First pitch curveball, strike for Bryce Rainford. Thrown over again. Goddard safe at first. Runner and move. Pop up on the infield. First baseman will run it a bit.
Hey, good job, everybody. Last one.
So Bryce Rainford reaches on the air. That'll get Austin Goddard to first base. Rebels coach Connor Ulmer coming to the mound for a visit. We're in the top of 5 here. Kellen Krug's at 105 pitches for the day. Try to get one more out here. Runners at first and now third for the Spartans. Patrick Berry came in the last inning to pitch, now at the plate. Takes curveball for a strike. Patrick struck out looking in his last at bat. He's also grounded out to the pitcher and grounded out to the third baseman. Another curveball there. Hit in the air on a line drive by Patrick Berry, but it's a line out to the second baseman, and it ends the inning for the Spartans. They get one run, push that lead to 7-5. 2 hits, single by Gagnon and a single by Goddard. Goddard's infield singles the RBI, knocking in Evan Gagnon with an aggressive turnaround third with 2 outs. 2 left on base for the Spartans. We go bottom of 5, 7-5 Spartans over the Rebels. First batter for the Rebels, Beto Castilla here. Ground ball to second. Quick out. 4-3 on the play there. Brings up Connor Lotta, the second baseman. For the Spartans, we got Caden Rowland taking over at third base for Evan Gagnon. Patrick Berry with the low strike. It's a tough location to hit. If Berry can hit that all night, he's not going to give much up. Another fastball. Fouled off. Sophomore Connor Lotta finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Connor just made that play at second base to get out of the top half of the fifth. Curveball looked pretty good from Barry. Looked to be about thigh high over the middle of the plate. 1-2 count on Lotta. Fastball past him for the swing and strikeout. Two down now for the Rebels. Brings up number 9 hitter, right fielder, Hayden Ramon. Ball high to Hayden. Hayden's walked and struck out on the day.
Hey, you're the catcher here at 16.
Second pitch, strike.
Hey, stay right there, 16.
Another pitch, just a touch out of the zone. 2-1 count
Nice and easy. Here you go. Just play catch.
for Hayden Ramon. Patrick Berry delivered a second strike there. He came in and last inning got 2 tough outs after Gagnon got close to 100 pitches and was starting to tire. And now he's worked through first 2 batters this inning pretty quickly. Fouled off by Ramon. 2-2 count here.
Good effort. Good effort. I was kidding. Sometimes I am. I just never know.
Little fastball. Not the best fastball, but fastball to Ramon, fouled away. Haynes looking to start a 2-out rally here. Curveball from Barry gets him swinging. That'll be his second strikeout of the inning for Patrick Barry. Sets the Rebels down in order. No hits, no runs, no one left on base. At the end of 5, North Newton Spartans 7, South Newton Rebels 5. Count Krug worked a quick 5th inning, so he's back here top of the 6th. 106 pitches thrown for Kellen through 5. For the Spartans, we'll have the cleanup hitter, Cade Ellinger, followed by Bryce Haberlin, and then Connor Scatella. Ellinger has 2 singles, and he reached on air. He's got another single to add to that, this one up the middle. So that'll be his third hit on the day. And that'll be the last hitter for Kellen Krug. New pitcher for the Rebels. It's going to be third baseman Corbin Cruz. Kellen's given up 10 hits on the day, 107 pitches total. He's responsible for the runner on first. Three walks for Kellen. A lot of 3-2 counts, though. It looks like 2 strikeouts on the day. He's responsible for the runner on third. He gave up 7 runs already. Hopefully for him that Corbin can come in and get out of this real quick. So Corbin Cruz will work from the stretch here, runner on first base. Cade Ellinger with the leadoff single in the inning. Corbin Cruz gets strike 1 on the swing. The batter's Bryce Haberlin, left fielder for the Spartans. Bryce has walked twice and grounded out. Strike 2 on the foul out of play. Ball 1. Corbin's up 1-2 in the count. No one out yet. In the 6th inning now. Ball 2 outside. Snap throw. Runner safe. 2-2 count now. Haberlin's worked his way back in. That'll be strike 3 on the swing for Corbin Cruz. 1 away now. The batter will be the catcher, Connor Scatella. Scatella's walked. He reached on an error to the shortstop and then flew out to the left fielder in his last at bat. Ball 1 in the dirt to Scatella. Step off by Cruz. No throw over. Swing and strike at the top of the strike zone. Brings it to 1-1. Little pop up. Back behind home plate. It's going to get out of play, looks like. Got a 1-2 count now. Corbin Cruz delivering to Connor Scatella. That's a strike 3 swing in. Cruz has come in and gotten the first 2 batters he's faced. Brings up the new hitter, Caden Rowland, replaced Evan Gagnon in the top half of that inning. Caden takes strike 1 at the knees. Ball low in the dirt. Dribbles away a little bit from Caden Cruz. Runner doesn't advance, though. Runner at first, 2 away here for the Spartans. Caden Rowland is first at bat on the day. Be strike 2 on Caden. He's in a 1-2 hole now. That's ball 2 outside. Delivered by Corbin Cruz. Brings the count to 2-2. Something like the hardest pitch Corbin's thrown of the day. A little bit high, though, so it's 3-2. With 2 outs, runner at first should be moving. That's a strike 3 on the full count swing. Corbin Cruz comes in at the top of the inning for relief after 1 batter. Strands the leadoff single with 3 straight strikeouts. All 3 swinging to get out of the inning with a 7-5 deficit still. No hits, 1 hit, 1 left on base. North Newton leads 7-5, bottom of 6. Bottom of 6 here. Rebels are at the top of the order. Evan Krug leading off. Evan has a single from the first inning. He scored a run. He also had a fly out to center field, and he grounded out to the third baseman. First pitch curveball to Evan. Taken for a strike. Patrick Berry still in the game. This is going to be his third inning of work. Nice play there by the shortstop. Nice 6-3 put out for Austin Goddard in North Newton. One away here, Caden Cruz. Walked, singled, struck out in his last at bat. Little nubber. Went to second base. Little single here for Caden Cruz. Running on first base now with one away. Kellen Krug, 2 singles and a ground out. Takes first pitch, curveball outside. Ground ball to the shortstop, feeds second for the first out, gets a second at first. So it's an inning-ending double play. Austin Goddard with the feed to Bryce Rainford, pitching it over to Ellinger at first for the 6-4-3 double play. Real quick inning for the Spartans there. 1 hit. Nobody left on base. Going to the top of the 7th. Spartans lead 7-5. Spartans will have Bryce Shedrow leading off. Bryce is the center fielder. Mike Levy will bat for Declan Ward. And then Austin Goddard, 2 nice plays there in the bottom half of the 6th, will come up as the third hitter this inning. Corbin Cruz, second inning of work, came in the top of the 6th with the runner on first. Got 3 straight strikeouts to get out of it. Kellen Krug ends up with 5 innings pitched, 107 pitches, 10 hits, 7 runs, 4 of them earned, 3 walks, 2 Ks. He's the pitcher on the hook right now for the Rebels. Evan Gagnon went 3 1/3, gave up 5 runs, 4 of them earned. He's been relieved by Patrick Berry, who shut down the Rebels in the last 2 innings. Bryce Shedrow takes first pitch low. Bryce has grounded out twice to the third baseman, and then also had a sacrifice bunt to the pitcher. Shedrow pops this one up. Getting close to the backstop, but it looks like it's out of play. So now there's a 1-1 count. Corbin Cruz pitching to Bryce Shedrow. High fastball from Corbin Cruz. Swung through by Shedrow. Shedrow's down 1-2 in the count. Leadoff hitter here in the 7th inning. Cruz from the wind. Another high fastball just at the top of the or above the zone. Makes it 2-2. Two-two count. Cruz coming to the plate. Fastball. Shedrow's out in front. Might have been a changeup. That's one away for the Rebels. Mike Levy, the pinch hitter. He's hitting for Declan Ward. Declan Ward was 1 for 3 on the day. A little above the zone for Levy. 1-0 count now. Second pitch there. Shot right back at the on deck hitter. Not making any friends. 1-1, Corbin Cruz delivering to Mike Levy. It's a ground ball down the third baseline, foul. Kellen Krug over at third base lets it go. Be a 1-2 count now on Levy. Corbin Cruz with the pitch. Touch high. Outside. 2-2. Ground ball by Levy down the third base line. It's going to be a single. Ball's picked up by Beto Castilla in left field. Spartans will have a runner on first. Declan Ward's going to re-enter after the base hit. So Levy comes in as the pinch hitter. Declan Ward re-enters as the runner at first. One away here for Austin Goddard. Austin has a couple of singles. RBI single in his last at bat. Swing and strike on the first pitch. Gets past the catcher. Runner advances. Goddard's also reached on an error by the shortstop, and then he grounded into a double play in the second inning. 0-1 count to Goddard. Goddard had two nice plays in the bottom of the sixth there. Took charge of the ground ball that was probably the third baseman's ball, and then also started that nice 6-4-3 double play to get the Spartans out of the inning. Finds himself down 0-2 here. Corbin's come in and thrown a bunch of strikes. Runner on second, one away here. Middle infielders for the Rebels playing a little bit with the runner at second. Third pitch is in the dirt, low and outside. It's a 1-2 count now. Corbin Cruz from the stretch gets a swinging strike. Austin Goddard swinging at the ball outside for the second out of the day or of the inning. That'll bring up Bryce Rainford. Bryce reached on an error last inning on a tough, pretty tough infield fly ball. He's also singled and doubled on the day. First pitch, high strike, swinging for Rainford. Rainford was the pivot on that double play last inning. Second pitch is a ball. 1-1 count now to Rainford. 7-5 lead here for the Spartans over the Rebels. First of two this week between the two teams, conference play. Second game's Thursday at North Newton. Strike two swinging. Corbin Cruz with the pitch down the middle. Rainford's down now, 1-2 in the count.
Come on, Bryce. 2-3. Come on, Bryce.
Ball outside and low. Makes the count 2-2. Runner on second. 2 away here. Corbin Cruz delivering to Bryce Rainford.
Come on, Bryce.
Ball 3 high. Full count for Rainford. Little fly ball to right field. It's going to drop. Rainford comes into second on the double. That's going to score a run. He gets the RBI. Makes it 8-5. Tough Sunfield in right field this time of day. That brings up Patrick Berry. Came in relief of Evan Gagnon. First pitch swinging, foul back. Patrick's grounded out to the third baseman. He's grounded out to the pitcher. Struck out looking, and then his last at bat, he had a line out to the second baseman on a hard hit ball. 8-5 lead now for the Spartans. Ball in the dirt. Nice block by Caden Cruz. Kept it in front. The runner stayed at second.
Short. No one. Second. No one.
Outside corner at the knees to Barry. 1-2 count. Corbin Cruz up in the count. 2 outs.
Second. Short. No one.
That ball about the same location, just a little bit further down.
Short. Second creeping. Second. No one.
It's going to be ball 3 high. Another full count here for Spartans batter. Patrick Berry hitting against Corbin Cruz.
No one. No one. Second street then. Second. No one.
Strike 3 at the letters, looking. That's 3 outs. So Corbin Cruz works out of it, only giving up the 1 run. And a tough double to right field in the Sun field. That's 2 hits for the Spartans. They do score a run to make it 8-5. They leave 1 on base. Rebels will come to bat here in the bottom of the 7th, trailing 3 runs. Last at bat. Corbin Cruz pitched 2 innings so far, 41 pitches, 2 hits given up, 1 run, 0 walks, and struck out the side both innings for a total 6 strikeouts. Patrick Berry's going to be working his 4th inning here. So far he's pitched 2 1/3. He's going to be pitching to Corbin Cruz, Ian Werner, and Justin Wood. Rebels are into their last at bat here. Shadow's starting to creep across. Corbin Cruz is up. He's walked twice and he reached on an error to the 3rd baseman. First pitch strike at the letters. Berry's worked ahead of the Rebels batters ever since he came in. Very efficient. That's going to be a drive to right field by Corbin Cruz. He's going to motor around first, looking for 2. Stand-up double for Corbin. The Rebels have a runner on second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Ian Werner's the next hitter. He reached on a little spinner single in the 1st inning, hit a sacrifice fly in the 2nd, hit that to center. Then he grounded out to the 1st baseman in his last at bat. Ian started off with a strike. Second pitch hit him in the helmet. Rebels are going to have runners at 1st and 2nd with nobody out. That'll bring up Justin Wood, senior 1st baseman for the Rebels. He struck out looking in the 1st. He's grounded out to the 1st baseman and the 2nd baseman. Berry starts him with a strike. 2 runners on, nobody out here. Rebels trailing by 3. It's a ground ball. They'll make the play from the pitcher to the 3rd baseman. He's out at 3rd on the fielder's choice. That's 1-5. Can't get him at 1st on the return. So now it's 1 away. Still have runners at 1st and 2nd on a nice play by Patrick Berry. Beto Castilla, the batter, Barry starts him with the strike. Beddoes walked, grounded out to the first baseman, and grounded out to the second baseman. Curveball, touch high, looked like maybe. 1-1 count. Patrick Barry from the stretch. That's a ground ball slashed foul by Beto Castilla, senior outfielder for the Rebels. Down in the count, 1-2. That's a nice curveball by Patrick Barry. Gets the swing and strike. 2 away now. Rebels down to their last out. Sophomore Connor Lotta, second baseman, up. He struck it out twice and walked. First pitch high to Lotta. Second pitch outside. Lotta's worked ahead, 2-0 in this count. Third pitch is also high. 3-0 count for Connor Lotta. He's probably taken here at least one. Barry comes back with the strike. Still runners first and second, 2 away. Another strike on the outside corner. 3-2 count. Runners should be moving. And that's a strike 3 swinging. Connor Lotta goes down for the third out. Patrick Barry picking up the strikeout. That'll be an 8-5 victory for the Spartans over the Rebels here in the first game of conference play. Both teams will be back at it at North Newton on Thursday. Rebels will be home for a doubleheader on Saturday morning against North Miami. 8-5 the win for the Spartans over the Rebels.